Coming up, it's been 1 year since tragedy struck the small community of Uvalde, Texas. We recount the school shooting that left victims' families devastated and baffled by law enforcement's response. And if you're sharing your password on Netflix, your account is about to get an extra charge. How much it'll cost you to allow others access to your account. The rundown starts now. This is Straight Arrow News, bringing you unbiased, straight facts. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kara Rucker. It's been 1 year since the Uvalde, Texas school shooting at Robb Elementary, where a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers. A horrific tragedy that was felt in the small Texas town and across the country, with a convoluted search for answers. The security camera footage and police body cam footage from that day may be hard to watch. The gunman is captured on video carrying an AR-15 style rifle, prowling the hallways after entering the school from an unlocked side door, then entering a classroom full of victims. Also seen on camera, law enforcement. Nearly 400 officers from 23 agencies responded to the scene, dozens seen in the hallway waiting. An hour would pass before law enforcement took action. An off-duty Border Patrol agent took the gunman down an hour and 14 minutes into the horror. The loss of life was significant, as was the amount of scrutiny over law enforcement's response. The Texas Department of Public Safety director called it a botched police response and abject failure, saying the gunman could have been confronted 3 minutes after entering the school instead of a whole hour passing. Several officials have either resigned from their positions since the failed response or have been fired, including the school police chief. The superintendent also retired following the massacre. The U.S. Department of Justice launched its own investigation, interviewing more than 200 people so far. The DOJ saying their findings will be released in the coming months. As a community continues to grieve and a country continues to search for accountability.
This week is a tough week. We can't even imagine the pain that the families are feeling. 1 year. And we realize you still don't have the answers that you need, and it's frustrating to all of us. For that, I apologize.
America is worth the fight every single time. That's the caption of a new video posted on Twitter by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' wife, Casey, a video that some are calling a tease to an official presidential campaign launch expected to happen today.
They call it faith because in the face of darkness, you can see that brighter future. A faith that our best days lay ahead of us.
Sources are expecting DeSantis to announce an official bid for the White House this evening on Twitter. CEO Elon Musk is expected to hold a live audio conversation with the Florida governor tonight, a surprising element to the much-anticipated announcement. DeSantis will be entering an increasingly crowded field of Republican candidates, including former President Donald Trump, currently leading the party's nomination. South Carolina's state Senate has approved a bill that would ban most abortions after about 6 weeks of pregnancy. The state's Republican governor has promised to sign the bill, which would restore a ban that the state's highest court ruled was in violation of the right to privacy.
Yes, I certainly believe the majority of South Carolinians value life, want to see laws in place that protect an unborn child, by all means.
It's so disheartening to think that 41 men in this body can make decisions for women and girls that will impact women and girls across our state for generations to come.
South Carolina will join Georgia and North Dakota in a 6-week abortion ban. Around 20 states have banned or restricted abortion since Roe v. Wade was overturned nearly a year ago. North Carolina's legislature passed a 12-week ban last week. Target is pulling some items from its LGBTQ pride-themed line of clothing and products, saying they've led to confrontations with customers and employees have expressed safety concerns. Target didn't say what items they would be removing from its collection. Some Target locations in southern states have also reportedly moved their Pride collection from the front of its stores to the back in hopes of de-escalating potential conflicts with customers. Target's Pride collection was rolled out this month in preparation for June's Pride Month celebrations. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is still awaiting extradition to the U.S., where he faces a 175-year prison sentence over the WikiLeaks scandal that exposed U.S. military records to the public. His father telling Reuters the push to release Assange is on the cusp of success. Julian Assange has already been behind bars in Britain for more than 1,500 days. Now, the Australian Prime Minister, an ally to the U.S., is criticizing his detainment, saying he's been in prison for too long, Australia being his home country. Hundreds of his supporters have gathered to march in protest of Assange's imprisonment.
You guys are at the forefront of a global movement for justice. A global movement that converges on one man, but the meaning of which goes far beyond Julian's freedom.
WikiLeaks became well known in 2010 when it released thousands of secret documents, the largest security breach of its kind in the U.S. military. Attention Netflix users, if you're sharing your passwords with a friend or family member outside of your house, your Netflix is going to cost you an extra $8 per month. It's been a crackdown anticipated for a while, with the streaming service now rolling out its password sharing fees in the U.S. Netflix has been sending emails to customers alerting them of the changes. Netflix will use a person's IP address to determine which people are sharing passwords and charge the accounts accordingly. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching The Rundown. We're on a mission to bring back trustworthy journalism by serving only you, not an agenda. Be sure to check out more of our work at straightarrownews.com. And you can also find the latest Rundown episodes available as a podcast across streaming platforms. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.